Imagine this. You wake up one day and realize every belief you hold about success, love, even your own identity, was carefully implanted, not by choice, but by invisible hands. The values you chase, the fears you obey, the dreams you think are yours. What if they were never yours at all? Friedrich Nietzsche warned of this. The most common form of human stupidity is forgetting what we were trying to do. The deepest manipulation techniques in psychology don't control you by force. They convince you that you're free. You scroll, consume, and compete, not because you want to, but because you've been conditioned to mistake obedience for desire. What if the life you're living isn't yours, but a carefully crafted illusion? And worse, what if you love your chains? The truth is waiting. But first, you must dare to question. Who programmed your mind? The deception runs deeper than you think. Society doesn't just influence you, it manufactures you. Friedrich Nietzsche called it morality as herd instinct, a system where conformity is disguised as virtue. Carl Jung saw it too, the shadow self, the parts of you buried alive to fit in. Why do you crave validation? Why does rejection feel like death? Because you've been conditioned to fear exile from the tribe. The modern world weaponizes this fear. Social media algorithms, consumer culture, even education, all reinforcing the same lie. You are not enough as you are. But here's the trap. The more you obey, the emptier you become. Your desires? Borrowed. Your rage? Directed. Your joy? Performative. This is the grand illusion. You've been taught to kneel and call it freedom. The question isn't if you're controlled, but how long you'll pretend not to notice. You don't see the prison because its bars are made of your own thoughts. Every time you mute your doubts to fit in, every time you trade passion for approval, you reinforce the cage. Cognitive scientists call this confirmation bias. You seek evidence that justifies your chains. Mistaking comfort for truth, society rewards the obedient and silences the defiant. But the cost? A world of hollow men, chasing empty metrics, likes, promotions, possessions, while their souls starve. Nietzsche saw it coming. The desert grows. Loneliness, anxiety, the gnawing sense of meaninglessness. These aren't personal failures. They're symptoms of a life lived on someone else's terms. The greatest trick of the system, making you blame yourself for its emptiness. But the cracks are showing. The question is, will you keep pretending not to see them? The escape begins with a single act of defiance. Stop believing your own lies. Nietzsche's solution was, become who you are. But first, you must tear down the false self built by others. This isn't about rebellion for its own sake, but about ruthless honesty. Ask yourself, what would I do if no one was watching? What would I think if no one had ever taught me? The answers will terrify you, because they're yours. History's freest minds, Van Gogh, Socrates, Kierkegaard, were all called mad before they were called genius. Their crime? Seeing through the illusion. Your turn has come. Reject the scripts. Embrace the discomfort of authenticity. The world will resist, but a life unchained is worth every battle. The first real choice is yours. Will you die a copy, or live as something never seen before? Here is the revelation that changes everything. You are never broken, you are deceived. The system wants you to believe freedom lies in more money, more status, more distractions. But true power begins when you see the game for what it is. A desperate illusion, propped up by collective fear. Nietzsche's final truth was this: no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The moment you stop seeking external validation, the entire charade collapses. You are not a flawed participant in their world. You are the only one who can build your own. This is the great awakening. You are always free. You just forgot. Now remember, the choice is no longer theoretical. It's urgent. It's now. Will you keep dreaming, or will you finally wake up?